Yeah, we're doing a show.
Okay.
I mean, we could just start it right now.
Let's start it right now.
It's been recording for 3 seconds, so I mean, is this the new format of the ShodCast? Just open forum,
Yeah.
I like it that way.
pure conversation at a
Live.
coffee shop, no
Live.
introduction or anything.
Live barbershop.
Yeah.
So how did the idea come to be that Hike gets to host this year?
Well, so he didn't bail. I mean, that was the main thing. I mean, Klein was out. He was
No,
very.
host the draft. Not
Oh,
the show.
well, he just offered.
Well, I offered up as penance because I am getting married the weekend of normal draft time. So I thought it was only fair.
I see.
It's also
And then-
a really good option too, and a fun destination. So,
I mean, it's an incredible option. It was 5,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm. Matt can't comment. He's never been there.
never been.
You've never been. How is that possible?
It'll be my first weekend in a couple weekends.
Hi. What's up?
But he's owned it for 4 years.
Well, this is his parents' house. It's not his house.
No, I understand, but like,
And Mike doesn't live.
Your
Mike
family's
doesn't live in
close, right?
Buffalo anymore. A. B. I now have 2 children that dominate most of my time. So
Neil's been many times.
harder for me to get away than it used to be.
So I mean, I saw the post-it notes of the presentation, but do you want to talk more about what all it's going to entail, or Matt, do you want to start with like the food options, or?
Well, why don't we start with Mike and kind of give us a layout of what we can expect about the venue and draft weekend and the schedule and that kind of thing, and we can go from there.
Yeah. So my parents' house, big house. They've done a ton of work on the last 4 years. So the main floor.
Which, if you know Mike's dad, was always going to be in the cards because he has to be working on the house. Otherwise, he would just sell it and buy a new house that he could work on.
He's retired, but like he's still working full time on other things. So they redid the deck, ginormous deck, be perfect for drafting. Main floor, big TV, kitchen. There's like a lounge area with a big ass fireplace. And then in the upstairs, there's 3 big bedrooms. Still trying to figure out how we're gonna do sleeping arrangements. I mean, there's plenty of room for everyone. We just need to like figure out where everybody's gonna sleep. If we're gonna sharing beds or people bring air mattresses and just like share rooms. So that's one of the things we need to figure out. And then the basement, there's another bedroom. There's kind of like a big living room down there, a bar, pool table, darts, ping pong. There's a weight room down there. Trying to think what else is down there. That's about it, and that leads you out to the pool, which my parents keep warmer than I'd like. It's usually like in like the high 70s, which in my opinion is like taking a bath, which I'm not interested in.
What's with old people in warm pools?
Yeah, exactly. Big backyard. They got Coob, Can Jam, Spike Ball, bags. Pretty much anything you want back there is down there. So we got that covered.
Love to play some spike ball. That'd be fun.
Yeah. House is not on the lake, but it does have lake rights. You have a pontoon boat and a jet ski that at one point in time I got going 80 miles an hour last year.
Jesus.
So
and then Mike put Naeem Hines out for the season
yeah,
abruptly.
I didn't want to tell anybody that it was me, but it was me. So we got plenty to keep us busy. Thursday night, for anyone that wants to join, the one restaurant in downtown Bemis Point has all you can eat crab. It's like a really good deal too. It's like, I think it's $50, which if you go out to a restaurant.
The one restaurant, as in like there's only one in that area?
No, like just like
just
one of the restaurants in Bemis Point has all you can eat crab. It's like $50, and it's good crab. It's good snow crab. So that's Thursday night. I imagine we'll just kind of hang out at the house after we get back from dinner. Friday, we'll get up, kind of hang out. Sounds like Rob is going to come down like early afternoon, and I'm going to make tea times at Chautauqua. So, like, legitimately, like, of all the courses I've played in my life, like, it's one of my favorite courses. It's a Down Ross course for anybody that knows, like, golf course architecture. It's a cool course. It overlooks the lake, so it's pretty cool. Play there. I'd imagine more people are going to start filtering like Friday night. We can do whatever you guys want to do for dinner. Friday night.
The majority of people got there on Saturday last year, right?
I don't know. There's a decent amount that showed up Friday night.
It's probably half and half, I'd say.
Yeah. I thought it was like even more this year from what I saw.
Yeah, I would venture to guess that probably it's going to be close to half and half this year for Friday, Saturday as well.
Yeah. And then
so do you think that's going to be like the thing moving forward, is like a full weekend thing, or do you think it's just like, so obviously in the past it's just been that one day, and then whoever's too drunk stays at Vince's house. But I mean, It sounds like an actual legitimate weekend.
Yeah,
at this point, I think we're just playing it year to year, right? I mean, just kind of seeing what happens. And, Vince joked the other day with me. He's like, when the draft's at my house, it's going to be like having the draft in Jacksonville.
I don't know. I feel like people have gotten a taste for like these weekend long drafts parties. So we'll see.
I think the show has evolved so much, and it's become kind of a weekend to look forward to, much more than just the draft itself. It's also time to hang out with friends and reconnect, and it's kind of it's more than just a few hours picking football players. It's definitely evolved. So I think that's part of why we've kind of shifted more towards having it be a weekend thing. And plus, if it's out of town, it's harder to just say, I'm going to go and drive an hour and a half out of my way, draft for 3 hours, and then drive home after I've had a couple beers. Like, much easier to say, well, we're just going to make a weekend out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great weekend. I think, we should be in for a real treat with the meal. I actually constructed the menu definitively today, so I'll be able to have that ready to go. I think probably what I'll do is start smoking the pork shoulders on Friday, so they'll be ready to go for Saturday. I'd like to be able to kind of have some flexibility with the meal time if we want to start a little bit earlier and kind of graze throughout the day. It's kind of a decent option. Having the food ready at 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there would be kind of great. So that's what we'll shoot for.
Should we divulge the news that no one's going to be surprised by, Matt?
I'm not sure what news that is.
That the kid will not be joining us this year.
Oh, right. Yeah. So interesting to I guess learn that I wasn't expecting Becker not to be there. First of all, I was expecting him to be there, but he will not be. and I guess Simpson's brother-in-law is going to be drafting in his place. And then we already knew Lacombe wasn't going to be there, so McCarthy will be drafting for him. And then but also Fume won't be around either. So actually, wait, no, Simpson's brother is drafting for Fume, and then your brother-in-law, Mike, is going to draft for Becker, right?
Yeah.
Is that how we have that set up?
I believe so.
Yeah. So interesting to see. I mean, I wonder how Steven's going to do in an auction setting, being that he's a first-time auction drafter.
I think he'll probably be drunk by the time the draft starts, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I guess as long as Becker's paying for his food and drink, he'll be fine. He'll be happy.
He'll be living life.
Yeah. So in terms of the menu, we've got, I think planning on ordering like, I think 7 pizzas, if I remember correctly.
What's the breakdown?
I'm getting a stuffed banana pepper. I'm getting 2 pepperonis from Bella. I'm going to get a pizza that I typically order at Bella. I'm going to do a Picasso's chicken finger and a Picasso's pepperoni. And if you know Picasso's, those larges are basically like sheets. So it'll be, I guess that's 6 pizzas in total.
You need another Picasso's pepperoni then.
Well, I mean, hey, if you're willing to foot the bill for it, I mean, we're already at $31.67 per guy, which rounded to 32.
You said 7. I assumed it would already been factored into the budget.
Whatever pizzas I have listed there are the ones that I accounted for. So that's, I mean, that's a lot of pizza right there. Plus we're gonna have 2 pork butts. We're gonna have some appetizers. We're gonna have some dessert. So there's gonna be too much food. Your parents will be able to feast on leftovers for a while, I'm sure, Mike.
I'm sure they'll appreciate that.
Well, I mean, you're cooking 2 pork shoulders. That's enough for that day alone. Minus, well, I guess you have proxies there, so you have to feed the proxies.
Right, and I think here's the thing: like two pork shoulders is too much. 1 pork shoulder, I would argue, is not enough for almost 20 people. So I think you're kind of stuck in the middle there, where you got to go for 2, and if there's leftovers, that's fine. But also, again, people will be able to make a sandwich late night and enjoy it again a second time around. We won't be short on food, so.
So how would the pizza get there on Saturday if everyone's going to be there by then?
Well, we just need to get some volunteers to bring it down, and we'll just have the food be ready when people arrive.
Who are the Saturday people?
I don't think we got real confirmation on that, right? I think we're just still kind of waiting on everybody to make decisions about when they're going to be there. I think there was only a few confirmed for Friday. I think it was me and you, Mike, and Jamie and Rob. Vince is supposed to be getting there at some point on Friday. But I think Neil will probably be there on Friday, but I don't know who else beyond that that's committed to Friday. Maybe Jars. Did Jars say he was coming on Friday?
I don't think he said anything.
No idea. I haven't been paying attention to any of that.
Right.
I am paying attention to this late night poll that's being thrown up here about is Chipotle a top 5 fast food place?
Yeah, I don't know where this slander is coming from, but
I mean, are we saying top 5? I mean,
I'm having a hard time picking 5 that are above Chipotle. I mean, I'm not somebody. I don't eat a ton of fast food, but when I do, I definitely want it to be something that's, you know, more than just like a burger and fries.
Yeah, I'm
And
like
B,
the opposite there. Like I'd rather
you're
go
like your burger and fries guy.
yeah, burger fries from Shake Shack or I mean even Five Guys.
Yeah, I guess admittedly I'm not like a huge burger fan. Like I burgers are okay, but I'm never like going out of my way to order a burger at a restaurant under most circumstances. There's exceptions to that rule, but
I would much rather have a really good chicken sandwich than a burger.
agreed.
I guess my thing though is like if I'm having a taco, I'd rather go to like an actual taco joint than go to a Chipotle.
Well, you don't.
Would
go
your
to
argument
taco.
be the same for a burger? Would you rather get like would you rather have a sit down burger than a fast food burger, or would you rather have a fast food burger?
I mean, we used to have this really good burger place down here, but it folded. So, I mean, it's hard to measure that. I mean, Shake Shack, I think, delivers an incredible burger.
Yeah. Well, I think what we're talking about is the difference between fast food and, a sit-down restaurant, the quality of burger that you're consuming. If you're going to have a fast food burger, the expectation is that it's not going to be really very high quality, but it gets the job done. At least that's what I think of when I think of fast food. And I think that with a burger, I think the floor is a lot lower, and the chance of having kind of a greasy, sloppy disaster is probably higher than having like a chicken sandwich be bad, or even nuggets or fingers or whatever.
Burger, like a sloppy, greasy mess isn't necessarily a bad thing with a burger, but
yeah, I guess that's where we disagree.
So, I mean, I think Chipotle, out of that 25 that were submitted, I think Chipotle is easily in the top 5.
Without a doubt.
But I'd have to really sit down and think about it.
I mean, for me, like, Chipotle is just so reliable. Like, you can go to a Chipotle anywhere, and it's going to be fresh and good, and it's going to, for the most part, taste exactly the same as you would elsewhere. Like, I feel like most of the other fast food places on that list, like, it's so hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like,
there's definitely consistency with it, for sure. I honestly, though, I think there's consistency with other fast food, too. I mean, is it consistently bad a lot of the time? Yeah, but
I mean,
at least it's consistent.
Chick-fil-A is consistently good. Like, everything's made fresh. Like, I think freshness is the biggest thing. So, like, I love Popeyes, and I honestly think that I would pick head-to-head a fresh Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich over Chick-fil-A. But the chances of you getting a fresh chicken sandwich at Popeyes are slim to none.
I've never had Popeyes, so I can't say. But
Bojangles is pretty good too.
Yeah, I never had Bojangles.
That's the place down here. Is everybody raves about Bojangles, or I mean Chick-fil-A. I mean, still.
Is Bojangles the one with the clown?
The clown.
Does it have a clown logo or like a jester or something like that?
No, not that I know of.
No?
It's just the word Bojangles.
Are you thinking of Jack in the Box, man?
Maybe I'm thinking of Jack in the Box. Yes, that's very possible.
It could certainly be.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to the man behind Bungles the Clown. So there's a Bungles the Clown if you're thinking about that. But now Bojangles is just a word written out. But
could pass as a clown name, I think, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Bojangles would be a good clown name.
I could definitely see it being the name of the clown for a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
So regardless, anything else to discuss in regards to the draft that's coming up in a couple of weeks?
How's the Wi-Fi connection?
Top notch. I think we should place bets on who's gonna run on money first.
Run out of like
auction dollars.
Well, I think. Yeah, did you say we have two new proxies this year?
No, it's gonna be Klein.
I would have said Becker if he had been there, but without him there, that's a little bit of a wild card.
Won't be the same without a Jonathan Taylor-esque trade going down this year without him.
Yeah, right. I guess Jars will have to trade rape somebody else this year.
Jars got what was coming to him last year.
Yeah, he did. Karma.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened?
Taylor got hurt. He was hurt all year.
I don't remember what occurred with the trade.
So Becker drafted Jonathan Taylor, and then proceeded to draft a bunch of more expensive guys, and realized he was running out of money.
Mostly all running backs. He didn't have any quarterbacks.
He had a ton of running backs.
He started panicking, and rather than trading Jonathan Taylor for a quarterback, he traded him to Jars for DJ Moore and like 12 auction dollars or something, taking like a $15 auction loss on the deal.
Right. Which he did use to purchase Deshaun Watson, but he was also suspended for the first 11 weeks of the year,
something like that.
So he only got 6 starting weeks of fantasy football out of that $7 bid, which I would argue is not great value.
And he still finished better than I did.
That's true.
He has more championships than us, Lacombe.
Combined.
And now why I'm producing the show is because I came in last.
Yeah. So
this is the new punishment, is to host this podcast with you guys now.
I think it's going to be super competitive like it normally is, but I think there's always some surprises. There's always some curveballs that come in. There's going to be, I'm sure, probably some shenanigan rules about the show's 21st anniversary and some poison pills and things that are going to have to happen when you draft a poison player. That's typically what happens. I'm sure there'll probably be 21 pills this year. So, lots to avoid.
Disaster. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
So we're gonna, I guess the last thing to say would be, the draft, the post-draft ShodCast. We're gonna break it up into 2 sections and try to get it into a more digestible format than the 3 hours and 33 minutes that you guys did last year.
Which was awesome. I enjoyed every moment. But I will say also, this is kind of our just round table joking around, pre-production type thing. We're gonna be probably, elevating some stuff here in the next couple of weeks and have a more regimented show as time goes on. But yeah, this is year 3 of the ShodCast, so get ready.
Is this not year 4?
Year 4.
This is not year 4. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's year 4.
You and Lacombe were
really?
Yeah, we did 2 years together, you fucking asshole.
Holy, I can't believe this is the 4th year we're doing.
You guys did a year and a half, and then Klein and I stepped in for the next year and a half.
Okay.
That's right.
Wow, 4th year. Holy cow, that's something. I can't believe this has been on for 4 years.
And you're the only constant.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. That's it, right? Wrap it up.
Well, I think we should just tell people that the goal this year is to keep shows shorter and more digestible than they have been in the past.
There you go. Peace out.